All right, welcome back to the Beast Game podcast, and today we are talking about Shazam: Fury of the Gods, which is a follow-up to 2019's Shazam. Is directed by David Sandberg. Lights Out. It's one of James' favorite movies. Lights Out.
Was that the movie we saw in the theater, the three of us?
I didn't see it, but yeah, he did direct the first one. But he's also known for Lights Out. Writers are Henry Gayden, Chris Morgan, Bill Parker. Stars Zachary Levi, Ashley Angel, Jack Dylan Grazer. Synopsis is the film continues the story of teenage Billy Batson. Upon reciting the magic word Shazam, is transformed into the super adult alter ego Shazam. So starts off with that whole family that Billy is a part of because all of them all have the power of Shazam. So they're all kind of like a different backgrounds, different ethnicities, big opening action sequence where they're all just trying to save people, but trying to do it in their own way and like trying to gain a whole bunch of notoriety. So the one character, I can't remember what his name is, but Freddy is kind of taking it just a little too far with like, hey, I'm a superhero, and there's a girl at school that kind of likes him, shuns all the responsibilities of having the powers of Shazam for this girl. Opening heist that takes place that looks like it was straight out of Moon Knight that takes place in a museum. It is Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren show up wearing Roman garb. Basically smash this glass encasement. The staff that was being used in the first movie, like granted the powers of Shazam, is broken in half, but it's all Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu do the heist. They turn everyone into stone. So the whole thing is that Diamond Hansu is being captured by Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu, tries to enlist Billy Batson, Zachary Levi's character, Shazam, to come rescue him. But again, you kind of have this whole thing with the whole family, the popularity approach, having superpowers. But Zachary Levi's character is like, hey, everybody, let's kind of focus on practicing today, or let's focus on what we need to do as far as trying to help everybody. Nevertheless, that one chick that Freddie meets early on is also tied into this group with Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu. So, Matt, how did you feel about Shazam: Fury of the God?
I just tied it into how the first movie was. It was a kid-friendly film. I'm not really a big fan of all the other characters on it because it was.
Yeah, because it's just everybody gets the power. Defeats the purpose of having a lead character. It turns into Power Rangers.
Yeah, it reminded me of Thor: Love and Thunder in the end, where all the kids was contributing and aiding and kicking monsters' butts. Like, why are we even going down that route? I think the thing that I didn't like about this movie, and I think a lot of Marvel movies are going towards it, or have already been there, where they have these CGI monsters, which when you're watching the movie, you're like, they're gonna get
Oh yeah, Keith.
their butt whipped the whole time.
It's basically a big dragon in the movie.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's like, what's the point outside of
dragon?
riding?
Yeah,
No, there's
it's
always
basically
a point
Fing
for a
Fan
dragon.
Foom. Yeah.
There's always a point for a dragon.
I'm not a big a fan of everyone sharing powers, but fun and entertaining. I think it was more than a B movie. So, I mean, it was good. I enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting Marvel or tied in the universe because DC already said that they weren't going to be doing it like that. Not from these movies that are coming out until it gets reset, but it was okay.
Yeah, I will say the same thing. Again, it kind of defeats the purpose of everyone getting the power. You have a lead character. It's like, let's say if, and everybody gets Superman powers. What is the point of that? So his mom gets Superman powers. Lois Lane gets Superman powers. The son from Superman Return gets Superman powers.
The Shazam family works.
I understand that, but let's talk about Black Adam. Let's say if everybody in Chicken or Son get the power of Black Adam. What does that make that movie then? This one is more like Power Rangers. And I mean, again, it's supposed to be family friendly. And I get that, but and I'm not saying it's a terrible movie, but the first movie is better. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right. I got it.
It's not a bad movie. And there's a big dragon at the end. They keep
I'm gonna like that. All right, cool. I'm down with that.
Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren's character are the daughters of Zeus. Get the staff so they can take over the world and ride the dragon. Matt, what score would you give Shazam: Fury of the Gods?
Give it a 7.5. It was enjoyable. Fortunately, I don't really see them going in any other route, even with the spoilers at the end.
Yeah,
7.5.
and it doesn't need to be another movie for this. I mean, I think at this point, because this was also in that Snyderverse era of movies, Shazam shows up in The Flash, and after that, I don't see where this movie can go. Like, because once Aquaman 2 comes out, that whole era of the Snyderverse is really done. So unless there's some big reset out of The Flash, the same kind of joke with the first movie where Superman shows up and it's kind of like it's that but with Wonder Woman this time around. So you don't actually ever see the face and then it turns into Diamond Shaw too. So I would give this a 6.5, close to a 7. I mean, again, it's not bad. It's a watchable movie. I think the first movie stands on its own. This movie is just not even more the same as less of the first movie.
Ouch.
And again, it's not bad. I mean, the first movie was probably like an 8. Again, this is a 6.5
Yeah.
to a 7.
The first movie was more of a surprise than anything. I was surprised at how much I liked it.
Yeah.
So,
The same thing with Aquaman. That at that point in time, DC was in a very bad place, which they kind of are in a bad place right now, with the great reset and new studio head, new director of the Superman movie,
What were they hinting at?
the JSA, the
Justice Society. That's what it was.
so only but so much you can do rebooting certain characters. So this whole reset within Warner Brothers, keep saying this. You had the casting down correctly. It was the stories and the direction, the overall direction of the studio that let everything down. But now it's like, oh well, we got somebody from Marvel and they can kind of reboot everything. It's like, all right, I'm not wanting to see the Batman 3.0. Then there'll be
yeah.
2 different Jokers, 2 different Batman, another Superman at this point.
They're gonna find another Superman. It's like now we're gonna just sit there comparing him to Cavill all day. I was like,
And more than likely, it's probably gonna be a segue into Supergirl, Superwoman, like whatever you want to. Probably gonna be a segue into that, and then Superman will be taking a back seat unless it's a team up or group movie.
yeah.
Mike, any comments about the Warner Brothers approach now?
Not really. I'm just kind of on wait and see mode. The fact that Shazam bombed is not a good look.
And guess what you have coming up? The greatest movie of all time, John Wick 4.
Flash?
No, I'm talking about John Wick 4.
Those Flash reviews from Tom Cruise is like, he's saying it's
yo, first of all, ain't nothing gonna beat John Wick, yo.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
that comes out on Friday, yeah?
Yeah, ain't nothing gonna beat John Wick, yo.
Yeah, we already took off work, and then we already talking about because her mother wants to see it, so we're probably
Yeah, I'm going 10 a.m. on Friday, yo.
I'm ready for all 3 hours of this shit. Said I'm on board. it's in line.
Mike gonna have his popcorn, his M&Ms.
As many of these motherfuckers as you want, I'm good. But
what movie's that? John Wick.
Yeah,
John Wick.
Yeah, see, this was the bad approach with this particular movie because they release it beforehand. You're not in that box office tentpole movie era, and then you're releasing it in February where the movies go to die. So March is really the only avenue for that. And then because of the way that the DC movies are going to be structured this year, you have to release it before Flash. And then Marvel is going to start kicking up again. So like there's not a lot of room for this particular movie, for Shazam to succeed. Because John Wick put it right through Billy Batson's head, Joe. Second one is a perfect movie to me. First one.
The second one?
The second one?
Yeah.
The second one?
Yeah. The one with Common,
the
yo.
first one was
The first one is a good movie. The second one is a perfect movie.
What?
You like that better than what is that other movie that you like? The Night or something like that?
Talk about the Kingsman?
Yeah.
John Wick is better than the Kingsman. Both John Wicks. The first and second one. The third one, I didn't like that one.
That's the one with Holly Berry and her dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't like that.
The third one?
Y'all don't like the third one?
No. I want to say when we
I wasn't
reviewed
feeling
that,
the
I
dog.
gave it the lowest score out of everybody. I was pretty harsh on them. Like, it's like they went in a bad direction, and it seemed like now they're pulling it back.
I just watched all 3 of them again over the weekend. I'm sorry, man.
Me and Big Mike and his pajama jams.
Second one, like the okay, all right.
The
Barry,
second-
I'm gonna stop
Yo,
being like
Common
surprised by your
in that
taste.
movie is not Common. Common generally, I wouldn't say he's one note. He's been in some good stuff. He was in that movie with Queen Latifah. He was a basketball player. That was a good movie. Not in John Wick.
Okay.
Is it they for real? Common? I don't know, Barry. I don't know if I agree with you. The second one is. I don't know about perfect.
Dude, I wouldn't say perfect.
The
It's a
first one
perfect
set the
movie.
tone. The second one far exceeded any expectations.
Mad Max Fury Road is a perfect film.
And
Dread is a very
I watched that recently.
close. I watched that this weekend.
It is very bad that movie came out. Things started to kick up with comic books because that was a great movie. Like what was produced, what came out of that was great. Keith and I saw that together.
That movie was phenomenal.
It's a great movie. And I'm like, yo, what did I just see? Went to go see it again in 3D.
We saw it twice together. You saw it by yourself in 3D. I think I went by myself and watched it. And I think on a whim we were like, yo, we should go see Dread again.
And this is before 3D movies really started getting good. I mean, I guess that might have been the only good 3D movie. There's not too many uses for 3D right now, but
saw that whole IMAX 3D when they were doing that whole slow-mo transfixed. That little music playing in the background. Like, I'm like, oh, this is magical.
Another good theme about that, strong female character.
Strong female character.
2 strong female characters.
Sad that girl's career didn't pick up.
Yeah.
Like, she's just not gone anywhere. I thought she was phenomenal in that damn thing, man. I was like, God damn it. That was tragic, yo.
Well, wrapping up Shazam, no one's going to ever talk about this movie again. Has only grossed about $30 million.
Yeah, 130 million.
And 30 million international, so 64 total. Quite certain that it at least has to be over 100 million, 150 to make this movie. I mean, I'm certain that it's not 200 million for this movie, but that
It's got to make a lot of money, yo. Right? No,
I mean,
man,
this will be on HBO Max before too long.
This is James Gunn's fault. He should shut the fuck up. Just stop talking about shit. Don't respond to every little fucking thing you see in Twitter and shit. Fucking movies don't matter. Aquaman movie, I'll go see that only because my wife wants to see Jason Momoa. But if these movies don't fucking matter, what's the point? I'm like, I'll watch this shit on a matinee, or I'll like wait till that shit comes out on HBO Max and we can sit down and watch it together. I mean,
Yeah, so I'm looking at the release schedule. There's really not too many spots for this to have come out. In Big Mike's movie of the year, Fast X.
that's gonna be good.
So, all right, this is Beast King Podcast for Shazam.